Something just changed.
Understand.
I gotta figure that out again.
Hey, Steve.
Okie dokie.
Watch out, Steve, for the mimic.
And I thought it was Pithlet.
Quiet on the set. All right. Greetings, everybody. This is Laz. Technical difficulties long.
And this is Jack. Welcome to another edition of Lunch with Laz and Jack, where we interpret the Shroud of the Avatar news. So you don't have to do anything other than question your own personal life choices and ours. Giveaways are hopefully open on both streams. If you are a Shroud player and you're looking for streamer bundles, you need to go to twitch.tv/NBNN News and twitch.tv/Cynicist and type in bang, bundle me. You're here looking for Steam keys over on Laz's side, twitch.tv/NBNN News. That's bang. I love free shit. Then over on my side, twitch.tv/Cynicist, it is bang the bootay. Yes. Don't forget, if you're looking for Steam keys and you don't want to wait for giveaways and you prefer to get one as soon as possible, you need to go to either one of our streams and tip either one of us 300 bits. If you're looking to change the programming or you want to be really generous, you can either tip 500 bits or sub. And doing that on Laz's side gets you in the monthly subscriber race.
That's right. Supporter race, because you don't have to subscribe. You can do it in bits.
Sorry, supporter.
Yes. It doesn't have to be a sub. It can be 500 bits. So words matter. But welcome to today's show, boys and girls. Right before the show, something in my audio changed. I have no clue what it was, which stopped the soundboard from doing what it was supposed to do. So you all didn't hear that normal radio greeting. So I apologize for that. I'll try and fix it after the show. But the radio went down about 10 minutes before, so I had to restart the radio. And then, it didn't go down. It falls back to the offline version. But the local broadcast just took a crap and had to get that all fixed. So I don't know what the heck's going on, but I'll figure it out later on today. But meanwhile, welcome to today's show. It is Thursday, August 6th, 2026 here inside and outside Shroud of the Avatar. And just a little less than a week away from somebody's birthday coming up next week. That's right.
Happy birthday.
That's right. Next Tuesday. Well, maybe we'll do something a little special next week. And again, maybe not. Maybe we'll just have a normal Tuesday. We'll see. See how I
Yes.
feel when that day comes around. But meanwhile, we've got, let me do a refresh here, 117 new items today to talk about.
Yes. Yes.
I-
And as I said the other day, even though Chris at the top of the proposals page has said, hey, these are just plans, nothing's been decided yet, he's acting on them.
That's right. That's at the top of the list today, as a matter of fact.
Yep. Because guild proposals S4 and S5 have shipped. The message of the day becomes its own permission with an editor field, and Guild Wars end with a real announcement. Draws included. So, if you haven't been paying attention, you need to go to catnipgames.net/proposals, read through all of them, and click the little buttons to vote on them as soon as possible. And or just go to catnipgames.net, and it's in the header at the top. And there's a brand new one there called Guides.
Ah, yes, there is. What is that all about? Let's go take a look.
Yeah. Because there's a dungeon builder's manual.
Ah,
Yeah.
want to read that? Tell everybody what it's all about? Only
The
one
dungeon
paragraph.
builder's manual. Everything involved in digging a dungeon under your lot and opening it up to other people. What your lot size buys you in dungeon points and how to raise the limits. Picking a foyer and why changing it later empties everything. Building a room at the glowing doorways and all
Building
the
room
5
by
reasons
room.
room by room at the glowing doorways, and the 5 reasons a piece refuses to go where you want it to. The dungeon builder panel, its pieces catalog, its room list, and the finder that walks you to the last unfilled doorway. The generator chest that builds from whatever you pour into it, a shareable seeds, and the reclaim that pulls the whole dungeon back in. Totems, 9 creature families, 6 tiers, and what an elite boss totem really costs in essence.
Ah, so we're getting elite bosses.
Decorating the live map, naming, access, and PvP, and publishing, which means beating your own dungeon first and then keeping a permanent record of everyone who beats it after you. And that is got a lot of things with a bunch of AI generated images that are not entirely Shroud related.
Where do you see images? I don't see any images here.
Well, you click on it and then you can look at things.
Oh, the Dungeon Builder's Manual. Okay, I didn't realize that.
It's an actual manual.
I didn't realize it was an actual manual. Okay, I got building room by room.
Yes.
I see. The 5 refusals, taking your room back out.
Yes.
The Dungeon Builder panel. This is going to be real interesting to see this.
Yes.
As I like the idea of an interface that actually helps with it and lets you pick. Apparently, you put the items in. It tells you what you have, and I also like this random dungeon generator chest idea as well, because this allows you just to take everything you got, throw it into a chest, drop it into the dungeon. Click randomize, and it puts all the pieces that'll fit together automatically for you.
Yep.
And I'm curious whether it actually has a intelligence to actually make it actually connect and loop around, or whether it just branches out, into all different directions.
Pieces. I mean, that would be the random portion.
Yeah, good point. But
That's
loving
the
loving all
random
these new
portion.
additions.
Yeah.
I'm loving all the new menu options and changes, and I like the idea that there's an interface for the dungeons now, as well as
Yes.
being able to toggle the dungeons adventure mode or decoration mode from inside the dungeon. So
Oh yeah.
yes, this way you don't have to spend all that time going into the dungeon, seeing if it's working, exiting the dungeon, going back up, clicking the entrance, then clicking
Yeah.
the toggle, and then going back into the dungeon. It's all just too repetitive for something that should just
Well,
be a quick switch inside the dungeon, which is great.
Tina says that he's looking forward to he would like a button randomize at instancing. So every time he went into the dungeon, it would be completely different.
Ooh,
That's a
again,
good idea.
I'm curious. I'm curious again,
I,
Tina,
I'm
whether it
that
just
that
randomizes the dungeon or will it also place the totems for you? So we're gonna have to find that out.
yeah.
If it places the totems for you in the rooms that you have, and you could specify, say, level 1 through 6. I know Steve likes to have up to level 6 in all of his totems. Then I
Working
would
on it.
say
Working.
we need something like that. That would be great, so that every time you entered the dungeon, it would
Yeah.
randomly regenerate a dungeon, place the totems, and you never knew. That would
I
be really D&D esque, like D&D online.
well, I would go more like that would be more like fuck, what's that game called? Something
I don't know what's it called.
uh shit. All the dungeons are randomly generated every time you go into it. Yeah, it is a roguelike, but also
Oh,
um,
here, why you flag PvP?
because he wants to die. But
Uh, uh,
that would be a wish list request, and maybe he was in a party or he healed someone that was PvP flagged. Where do you
Lomir,
see him?
come out of the background and come closer to your mic.
I was
Yeah,
just in the breach with Steve, and I was helping him kill this
Uh,
frigate
and
water elemental thing or something.
see, I didn't even realize that Lomir was on the lot
yeah,
for that
because
PvP flagging
I just
because
saw the
his
question mark. Yeah, so I was like, oh,
no,
Lomir's sitting there, but he's not on the list. He
well,
must be the question mark.
where is he sitting on
Watch out
your
for Noob
end? Because
Skyblabber.
he is sitting all the way on the other side of the fence.
Yes, he is actually on the couch, even though it shows him
Okay. Yeah.
sitting in the
Network code.
fence. Yeah, in the fence.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've
So
been stabbed.
Yes.
is he actually in the fence? He's actually outside the fence, according to my network code. But yeah,
Yes.
hopefully we'll get rid of all those problems in the new Chaos Shard when it comes live.
Maybe. Hopefully.
But moving right along.
Moving right along. I gotta go find that. And we're going back to the work blog because guild proposals. Guild proposals. I already read that one as far
Guild
as S4
roster.
and
Yeah.
S5 being. The guild roster says who's been gone a month. A sort of will last online columns ships guilds S7 and complete the proposals page tier 1. The guild finder is built. Browse recruiting guilds, apply with a message, officers accept at their leisure, offline included.
Yes. You can now actually search all of the guilds to find a guild to join. You don't have to look around and go, what was that guy's name who ran by with those cool colors? You can actually go look. It'll also be nice if they had a feature where you could see the guild's blazons, matched with their guilds so that you get this,
Yeah.
get an idea. But still, it's going to be nice to actually have a guild finder. I like that as well as another great quality of life improvement that is well overdue in this game. Way overdue.
Okay.
Moving right along.
Moving right along. 5 fixes in the edit deck window. From the last tester pass, one-click slot switching, readable list rows, sortable column headings, a show consumable filters, and mastery badges on unlocked slots.
Hmm.
The dungeon piece window grew into a dungeon builder panel with a room floor point cost, whether the room still reaches the foyer, and what its totem spawns. It opens from the HUD instead of only from the doorway click.
Very nice.
Uh, yes. Decoration stacking depth is now a per item limit instead of one number for the whole game. So a pile can go past the old ceiling with items authored for it. 7 creatures were carrying enrage abilities that had never once fired.
Oh, nice.
The Polar Mutilator now escalates twice on the way down. The Obsidian Eye casters enrage at all for the first time, and both Spider Queens get their missing second stage.
Oh, so the Spider
Ooh,
Queens become tougher.
yeah. And there's the Unread Ledger. The Economy Deep Dive, which was also just published. Gold and Crowns of the Obsidians as one system, 34 proposals, and finding that the game has recorded every gold event for years and never published a page of it.
Well, why would it?
And that, well, I mean, because remember that one live stream that Chris did months
Years
ago,
ago.
and he talked about years ago, where there was like 100 million gold dropped into the economy every week,
Month.
and then 15, or no, that was week,
No, it was month.
and then 15 million removed.
Yeah. It
And
was
it's like, whoopsies.
stupidly lopsided, and
Yeah.
their gold sinks for not doing any of the sinking that it was supposed to be doing whatsoever.
Well, yeah. I mean, but
Still
I mean,
isn't.
that is
Well, it's all those whiskey barrels being made.
mostly reagent, actually materials that can only be gathered from merchants is where most of it really goes, because you can't even use rent, or I should say taxes, as the major gold sink because of the number of tax-free lots versus taxable lots. But there is an entire thing with 34 proposals there. The dungeon generator now runs in reverse. Close it again, and the rooms you built come back into it, furniture included, ready to roll a new layout.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so you can like generate it, decorate it, and then pick it all back up and redeploy it with the decos in place, it looks like.
Nice.
Yeah, the combat deck window that showed list is empty over a full deck counter now rebuilds its list whenever the count changes, and one deck that fails its card check no longer wipes every other deck from the list. And a guide section.
The new guides, which we just talked about.
A guide section on the website, and starting with a 15 section man named for player dungeon builds, points, foyers, doorway refusals, totems, generator chests, and what publishing a dungeon actually asks of you. And 2 new commands answer, why will my pet not attack that? The verbose pet prints the reason in chat. The verbose aggro shows threat numbers over your pet and your target.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Steve has questions about frenzy.
Frenzy.
No, I was just saying what Pithlet was saying, which I find hard to believe how it can be barely being nerfed, and then he says Frenzy's gone. Well, if Frenzy's gone, then it's nerfed big time, surely.
Yeah. But this was Frenzy for the mobs, though, wasn't it? Enrage. That would be their
Frenzy
area.
for the pet.
Oh yeah. But you know what?
I mean, we're talking 400 to 500 strength gone from the pet. I know we're going to lose some because of the bard bug, but to take Frenzy away completely, like you may as well just give up and go home.
Well,
This
again,
is going to be a
he
completely
did say
different
that
game come October.
Bard and Taming are going to get major nerfs. So
Yeah, but it's the fact that he said that Taming was barely being touched, and then he said Frenzy's gone. I'm like, well, Frenzy's gone is not barely being touched, is it? I mean, which is it? One or the other? Pick one.
well, out of all the let's see, Taming.
Just Pithlet made me laugh when he said it. That's all.
Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right, the 16 items, if he only takes one, yeah, that's barely being touched, Steve. If he takes half of them, then that's more than barely being touched. But yeah. But again, this is all speculation until we actually get in.
Oh yeah, we've got to wait till October and see what the hell's going on
We got to
properly.
wait till
It's going to be a
September
completely
when we
different
can
game
get
in
in and
October.
actually test. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
And
testing's not affirmative set in stone. It may or may not be what's named. People might say, "Oh, this is no good. Change it." So it's really October. You're going to see the definitive what's actually being released.
people may say that, but again, that may not be. Again,
There's hasn't been a lot of drift historically.
I'm going to point.
Here's this test versus
Yeah,
what gets to production.
we're going to jump down to. I don't know why it's not there, but community, real quick. You're going to have to go down a little ways to get to community.
Nightly form sweep filed 4 wish list requests. A home port setting. So Waterlot housing keeps its town slot while away. A cap on concurrent town sieges with better new player siege visibility. New stone crafting glass blowing production skills. A craftable doors, windows, plus roof mounted lamps.
Okay, now again, all these are coming from the wish lists, and that just means that they're going into a place where he can look at those in a queue. Doesn't mean that all this stuff is actually being added into the game because he says he's scraped it into the queue. All this stuff that we've been reading on the community just means that it's stuff that's going to be looked at for additions to the game. And again,
when it goes to the queue, that creates a ticket that a few people on the team can actually see, and they vote on them. And then if he decides, oh, that's cool, then it ends up being developed. And as we see with like the proposals where, hey, this is sometimes it is just Chris saying, hey, this sounds cool, I'm going to do this right now.
Oh, very interesting.
What?
Well, I guess we should get to it because it's in this list here. And I don't know, I guess we should do guilds and then we can get to the next one. Or do you want to just jump to the Herald? Because this is more new stuff.
Up. Yeah. The Herald, the New Britannian Herald for 26 A single Wednesday took 81 reported bugs off the tracker with the unintended bug loop learning to split the queue in half so it could work at once. Guild wars can finally be scheduled in days in advance, and declaring one no longer opens your whole guild to attack by the entire world.
Nice.
Player dungeons gained a live map. Player dungeons gained a live map.
Maps for your own player dungeons. Another good
Yes,
QOL. Very nice.
yes. A server checked point budget and entrance plaque with the first clear records, and the achievement system that has been running quietly since 2016 finally started telling players about it. And there is a transcript and recording podcast related to it.
So there's so 17 minutes on this podcast, but
And click play on it real quick.
Good evening to thee, citizens of New Britannia. Lord British before thee, with word of what thy makers were about on Wednesday. 81 reported troubles laid in the ground in a single day. Guild wars may at last be declared upon one day and fought upon another, as any honorable challenge ought to be. 50 creatures across the...
But that is going to be the AI version of Lord British.
I still think that's pretty cute. Is using Lord
Yes.
British's AI to do this. And again, there's a transcript here if you want to read through the whole transcript of it, but most of it's what we're covering as it is. Although I think that what's his name? Let me get out here. Player name Atlas Herald, Herold. Might want to argue that name. Apparently, this guy just started posting. He's been around for a while. He's from Bavaria, but he's doing a German version of a news thing on his website.
Okay.
Which I've noticed recently. And actually, I want to bring this particular topic up real quick because I think we would argue this topic and this guy here on this one. So let me copy this for you, as I do not believe this to be quite true. Your favorite place in Owl's Head.
Well, what used to be my favorite quest line, they broke it. I made a video of the Clink back in early days, release 5, then around release 47, I think. Now I want to go back and record it after the release 74 changes to keep a memory of this version, and that brings me back to a wish. Please give the Clink some love to celebrate the move in October. It's the oldest dungeon in New Britannia. It deserves 1 million more passes.
Okay. Oldest dungeon? Do you concur with that? I do not.
Okay, so it predates the Owl's Head sewer because the sewer was Chris experimenting with things, and it probably is.
What's your definition of dungeon?
Well, okay. Adventure scene tied to another scene. In this
Okay.
case.
So, like the cave race wasn't a dungeon out on the overworld?
Nope.
No, you don't consider
the first actual scene where you could fight monsters was Owl's Nest.
And that was going to be my next one, was Owl's Nest. Yeah. But wasn't
So
that one
that
of
was
the
the first adventure scene for killing mobs.
Yeah, and then they had the scene, and then inside that scene was the spider dungeon, or the wolf dungeon, where you went, where the red sash bandits are. Isn't that a dungeon?
Yeah, yeah, that would actually be.
Yeah.
Um,
Again, yeah. So
but in the, I don't think that the Red Sash Bandit Cave existed at that point,
okay, and
because I
then
remember like the initial combat was go in, swing your sword at a bunch of spiders, and you'd
yeah.
never die.
And then I got to ask what he's
Yeah,
referring to at R74. We're long past R74.
release 47 and release 74, they
Oh,
changed the
74
name.
before my time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
and he just wrote
this
this
is a,
today.
yeah, this is one where it's like, go fix that fucker, because he
Yeah.
probably went back into it and he's like, what the fuck did they do to
Oh, okay.
this? Type of,
I'm reading this properly now. He wants to go back now and record it after the R74 changes, when they went in and changed the dungeon all the way around in
yeah,
R74. Okay, I
yeah,
got it now. Never mind. Uh, but you should probably keep
yeah.
that R5 version if you have it, because that was the original Clink, and the changes that were done at around R74 totally
Or
screwed up the
47.
Clink.
Well, release 47 initially screwed the Clink quest as well.
Uh, yeah, okay, I forgot about the 47, but 74 is when they
Yeah.
changed it to the new version of the dungeon.
Yeah, which royally screwed it.
Yeah, let me see something. Do we have the Clink on the map?
Mm-mm. It's right over here.
I understand that, but I want to know if there is a map for it. That's what I want to know.
Oh, no. Remember when Ravalox forked the,
Right, not in game.
yeah. I
I
know.
want to know if it's on
In game
Soda
there
map.
is the oh,
That's what I'm looking
probably.
for. Well, I'm looking at it now. Let me see. I gotta find the link for the Clink. The Clink.
Search Clink, the Clink.
Yeah, so there is an actual map for the Clink.
Yeah.
The
But
kernel.
that's I think this is the old version of the map, not the updated one.
Where did it go?
But
I lost my
the
map.
Clink is also one of the first places where they tested things like uh, various conditions, because you can go into the Clink pre-riot, during the riot, post-riot. So it's 3 different versions that are available,
Technically, yeah. Yeah, okay, I
and that
closed
also
it.
affects
Yeah.
the aggro of the
But there is
where you
actually
enter.
there is the actual map of the Clink.
Yeah.
And Myron the prisoner. Yeah, I didn't
Yes.
like what they did afterwards.
Well, I mean, they completely screwed it up,
Yeah, I
because
know.
it really was my favorite quest, because when you completed it, depending on what you told Myra, um, the seller next to the trainer in Owl's Head, if you just flat out said, "I killed your brother,"
Does she still
as far
curse
as
you out to
the
this day?
status, she, I don't know, because I didn't finish it that way in live. But
Gotcha.
she would actually call you a black heart, and every time you walked near her after that, in game chat, she would be yelling at. But I mean, I thought that was actually kind of a cool mechanic, even though it was just the in game chat, which would have been much more entertaining, because that also leads me to the NPC faction wish list that I had the other day, because me doing that to Myra only affected that Myra character. She should have friends that she should be telling this story to about how this adventurer came through, or Outlander came through and murdered her brother, and they should have a negative response to my character after that as well.
Absolutely.
And then so that way your in-game action actually has reactions from a plethora of or many NPCs.
All right. We are past that time, but there's one or two other things I want to do here. So let's go ahead and pull our
Yeah.
Dreamer bundles first and get that out the way. And the
Michel
Maynard.
de Berge. Michel Berge and the Manad are getting their Dreamer bundle. I get the fun one where I can trade. And my giveaway is reopened. Last is bang. Bundle me on both streams to get back into that. Into the giveaways. You're
That's right.
welcome.
So you're entered in for the end of the stream. But let's
Yes.
let's scroll down the housing real quick before we jump to back to the alchemy. It's down there a little ways.
You might be looking at the wrong day.
I don't think so. It's down
Because
there.
it's Combat Guilds, UE, Herald, Client,
You got me.
crafting, Community
That was-
Guilds, localization, then images. Oh wait, there's tooling, build.
Yeah, keep going.
Tools,
I told you
dungeons.
it's way down there.
Yeah.
It's
User
way down
interface
there.
again. Audio content. Housing.
You
The
got me.
limit on how high decoration stack is now set per item rather than one number for every object in the game. An item carries its own maximum and is checked against the stack it is joining, so a pile can carry on past the old ceiling with lit items authored to go that deep, while everything else stops where it always did. Nothing has been given a taller limit yet, so current stack heights are unchanged.
Which
Fixed a case where relocating a group of stacked decorations was refused as too deep when it actually fit. Carrying a group counted the pile underneath it a second time, so the same group measured taller. Higher up it had been sitting. The refusal, the item does not stack that high. And skull decorations are the first item set up against the new per item stacking limit at 16 as a test value. Seven of them, including the Dragonbone skulls, the Frost Giant skull, and the skull candles. 3 are containers in their own right, which is what lets a pile of them keep climbing past what an ordinary decoration stops.
very interesting. Very interesting stuff.
Just means more deco.
And the unread ledger, what is that again?
I don't know.
Well, it's right down there below that in a hot link, which is oh, okay. It's the new gold thing in the
Yes. Proposal.
yeah,
Proposal.
proposals.
Started looking through that earlier. Oh, some of those are no.
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna go pick up where we left off the other day. I can close that, and I can close that. I can close that.
And remember, if you are voting on them, go through, read all of them, and vote by going to the actual proposals. Use the up or down arrow next to them, because some of them are already being deployed. Okay, where were we in the alchemy one? Laz is
We are on S5, poison
poison and
conservation
conservation.
by skill.
A zero reply, 1,000 view forum ask. High skill should sometimes not consume the poison bottle. A conserve chance mechanic already exists in the subterfuge specialization. This extends the same pattern, so alchemy skill grants a chance to keep the bottle on application. Scaling to about 25% at Grandmaster. Poisons keep their 12-second cooldown and one code at a time, so throughput stays paced even at maximum coverage.
Excuse me.
So shouldn't that be tied to the actual poisoning skill and not the alchemy skill?
I would think it would have a little of both.
Well,
Poisoning is when you apply it to the weapon, right?
yes.
And alchemy is actually crafting, so that really shouldn't.
Creating the poison.
Yeah.
Like, I know how to make this poison, but you're the expert at applying it.
Yeah, so poison is where? In the subterfuge or tactics?
Yes.
Which?
Subterfuge.
Subterfuge. Let's see what I've got poisoning.
I don't have any poisoning. And it already says subterfuge specialization grants a chance to not consume the potion on
Yeah.
use.
Yeah, now I've got 100 poisoning because I was dual wielding daggers back in the day.
And poisoning stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, and poisoning the daggers for, double the whammy. And then using the, of course, not the Rend. What was the other one? The one you like so much.
Smoldering Shiv way
Smoldering
back in
Shiv, yeah. Smoldering
Alpha.
Shiv with that.
It will kill you in like 5 seconds.
Welcome,
I'm
Chris.
confused about this.
We've only got about 20 minutes, so you got a meeting to go to. You know what we're covering. You wrote it all.
Yeah, the AI wrote it all. But
All right. Bulk batch
yeah, then
recipes.
bulk batch recipes times 10 equal XP.
Yay. Finally.
Well, I mean, yeah. Single highest crafting ask on the forums. 10 times 10 batch recipes for staple consumables and refining, granting the same total XP as 10 single items. So the idle craftal objection is answered by design. Each 10 times 10 is a new recipe row with a scaled ingredients and batch count, and the craft pipeline is untouched. Yay.
Okay, so which crafting recipes have a times 10? I'm curious. I
Well,
thought that.
they're actually times 12.
Yeah, I was going to
Times
say.
12 on Stone Scrolls.
It's times 12, but it only gives you the times 10 XP.
Well, yeah.
Which we have covered before.
So that really isn't anything.
No, that would be bringing it back in line to what the XP is supposed to be.
So we're getting a full XP for
Yes.
the Zone Scroll batch.
That's what I thought it read, but okay.
We did play that earlier, a little bit of it, Chris. We did play that on here. Yes. But you're only doing it once a week on Wednesdays, where we do this Monday through Friday as we
For 12 plus years.
Yes.
You got some catching up to do,
consistency
my friend.
is everything. Yes. Craft concentrated potions, a concentrated potion variant of health focus restoration lines. 1.5 times the formula, but it applies 2 sickness stacks instead of 1. This spins the audit key's math on purpose. Chugging is hard capped at 2.5 potions worth. So a concentrated bottle burns more than fixed budget per swallow. A real it's not a strict upgrade. I actually kind of like the concentrated thing. I don't like the potion sickness kind of. And
I'll have to wait to see
lighter
how it actually pans out. Yeah.
Yeah, a lighter sickness for lesser potions, because you know what, sickness should absolutely scale with the type of potion you're using. Potion of Restoration lesser delivers 50 health and 50 focus at level 40, yet pays the identical 30-second cooldown and the identical full sickness stack as the Ether Cheers, which leaves the whole ladder strictly dominated. The fix: lesser and base tiers apply a half stack minus 12 and a half. What? Minus 12 and a half? Why don't you just say 15-second cooldown? And I would actually scale that even more.
Where do you get 12 and a half?
Because 12 and a half seconds, or that would be 15 seconds.
Minus 0.125.
Yes, but
That's not 12 and a half.
Why would you do? But there's more than just lesser potions. There's lesser, regular, greater, and then ether, right? Those are the four potion grades.
Some have ether.
Imbued and
not all
ether.
have ether.
Oh, I'm sorry, imbued.
Imbued and ether.
Yeah, the ether. Five potion grades.
Yeah, the ether ones cost you quartz though, because you have to make hardened flasks.
But
potions of health, lesser, greater,
but
imbued.
The potion sickness, like, that would be like 1/20th of for the potion sickness that we start using those. But yeah, exceptional potions and meals. The most asked for card in this document. The game already computes an exceptional chance for every craft. Alchemy and cooking are the only trees that throw the roll.
Toss it away.
Yes. This card writes that existing roll to exceptional output rows for about 20 flagship recipes. An exceptional bottle carries a plus 25% magnitude or plus 50% duration. The stacking answer in one sentence, an exceptional result, separate fixed catalog item. So every exceptional potion of health is identical to every other one and stacks trade slots into combat. Decks exactly like the base bottle. And
That's nice.
master alchemists get a sought after product without any continuous quality. Yes, don't forget, vote on these things, because if you don't, and you can see as I click around that, yes, I already have these things. Yeah, but I mean, that potion sickness, yes. I just don't like the way that it's implemented, Vesper.
Yeah,
And
anyway,
that ended up with not using potions in most cases.
Yeah, I don't think I've used a potion ever in combat.
And consumables drip. Yeah, consumables are getting naked because the engine already runs a strict legible budget, 6 food weight, 1 drink, exclusive potion channels, and a sickness stat that silently blocks drinking at 0. Well, I will use potions to buff before combat, and that's about it. And that was only in airship runs.
I've never used potions for combat. Using the obsidian potions for buffs over days and for carrying for additional pluses and stuff like that. Yeah, I've used those, but I've never put potions on a combat bar, never carried them with me to use in combat, and I don't see a need personally, especially when you
I
have a
think
good healer on your team.
You're already dead before.
I
it's
have
even
potions
happened.
on my non-combat bar, and I have a buff deck with the buff potions.
Yes. Buff before combat. Focus. So I don't run out of focus because Bard Tamer. So don't use
I lose over half my focus when I got my pet out,
To your pet. Yeah, I
Yeah.
know.
which is a bit steep, but I think it's dropping to 30%.
Yeah, we'll see. It's going to be a different game come October. None of it's on screen. A new user interface strip shows occupied channels with timers, remaining food weight, consumable power meter that filled red as sickness stacks. Land turning invisible rules into player knowledge. Better implementation. Consume guard, stop the drink from being wasted. A pre-consume check warns with a confirm when the buff is already active at equal or higher rank.
Nice.
When food weight is full and the oldest buff would be replaced, or when sickness has the gate closed so the potion would be pure waste prevention, no economy. Yeah, that is a good thing to have.
Nice. Nice.
Yes. And then the Arcanist focused. Fuck, I got a work call.
Okay.
Last
But
continue.
hi, Tour. I don't know what you're talking about. It might have been something Jack was talking about because I have no contentions over potions. Again, Jack might have been talking about that.
Would that, if you accidentally chugged a heal potion but you've not got any missing hit points, would that stop that?
I'm gonna assume so. Um, and again, if you've already got one that's even stronger, then it's automatically, if you've got a greater and you try and do a lesser or a regular, it's just going to stop you from doing that because you have another one already in effect. But I don't know. Maybe Vesper can answer that question.
No, with a
If
heal
you're at full
potion,
health, does that stop you from chugging one, or can you still chug one and waste it? Do we know? Or maybe Chris can answer that if he's still with us. But the Arcanist focus. The identity ask, in player's own words, the gem and enchant work is fine, but it is not what a potion crafter signed up for. A specialization path in the alchemy tree whose perks are still on the crafter's side of the table, so no bottle ever varies. The biggest exception bias is bias on consumable crafts. Feeding S9, the S5 conserve chance reduces sickness duration on self-drunk potions. The batch size perks for S6 recipes. Master alchemists become visibly better producers and consumers of potion, while every bottle stays identical. Chris has no clue. He's on a call too. And Vesper says you can drink a health potion regardless of your health. So there should probably be a thing in there that says, hey, silly, you've got full health. You don't need this potion. And stop you from consuming and spending when you shouldn't have to. So,
or just totally blocks you if you've got full health, just won't consume it. Period.
well, that's what I'm saying. It should, probably, I'm not
Yeah.
saying that it should text you
I,
saying,
I
"Hey,
was thinking just
silly,"
saying about
just yeah.
a tick box or something saying, "Do you sure about this? Because you're at full health."
Well,
Maybe I'm
that would be nice
overthinking it.
too, but then that's something. If you're in combat, you don't want to be messing with that either because is
True.
that's gonna take your. It should just be an automatic. If you're at full health and you try and chug it, it should just go and you just continue to moving on, doing what you're doing. But anyway, S14 feast table. A placeable cook centerpiece any party member can take a serving from. One crafter feeding a group. Oh, I like this. A showcase for cooking and for the game's decoration strength, answering food's missing social role. Needs server-side work, sequenced last, but I like that. So you can actually make a stew that several people can eat out of or something like that. That would be really cool. That would be well, again, Rick Dahl is if you're at full health, it should just be an automatic, we're not gonna let you consume this at the time type thing. And
Which
then
one do you got?
for the finale, I'll let Jack pick it up. Considered and rejected.
Continuous per crafter potion quality. Continuous or per instance data break stacking and doc. Screw that. Kill charge flasks. PoE style. Per combat hooks plus gear like consumables contradicts the discrete stackable model. Percentage of stat food scaling. Final Fantasy 14 style food is flat by design and never obsolete. Food and potion channels are disjointed, making food scale would relitigate all 190 food rows. Then taste to learn reagent discovery ESO style. Wiki solved within a week. A one-time experience brought with permanent journal user interface costs. Multi-reagent combinatorial recipes. The balance surface grows
I've never heard of those two words.
and outputs must stay discrete anyway, at which points fixed recipes deliver the same cheaper dose and decant partial bottles. Then regional station specialty bonuses, Albion style. Without a full destruction sink, the bonus just deflates price and an economy level. And subscription blessing perks and XP trading. See monetization scope and flag trading risk, respectively, out of the proposals link.
Yeah.
And remember, some of these have already been worked on. And tomorrow, we get to start talking about armor.
Yeah, tomorrow we will go into the armor deep dive. 7 proposals, one of the smaller of all the proposals out there. And of course, I've got to throw out why don't we have potion kegs where the crafter
that
could
was
make.
that was one of the proposals under alchemy.
I don't recall seeing that one, was it?
Yeah. Did you skip potion kegs? It was one
Let
of
me
the
see.
last proposals.
Let's go back.
Potion kegs, tier 3, S13.
S13. Did I read that and not understand it?
Did you? The most corroborated container ask in the data
S-
set. Asked on Discord and
S13.
independently on the forums. Craftable. The direction: a crafted keg holds up to 100 doses of a potion type, fills from stacks, and decants back to bottles on demand, making the alchemist a vendor profession the way UO kegs did. Needs server-side work, sequence test, and the near-term bulk is already served by S28.
Yeah.
Which ships in phase 1. We already have the equivalent of potion kegs in game. So this I really don't think is a massive because I've got a bunch of them right behind
the whiskey barrels.
The whiskey and the wine and the beer,
ale. But those only hold 50.
Yes,
so
but
the new potion kegs will hold 100. So big difference. Doubling that up. But meanwhile, we're going to double
Whatever.
down on some giveaways right now because it's time for us to wrap things up here for today's episode of
Torque is
Lunch.
getting a streamer bundle.
Okay, and Lomir. Lomir is getting mine, and Lomir is sitting right next
He
to
ran
me.
away. Did someone kill him? Oh wait, no, he's back. I guess he
Oh,
unflagged. Lemire.
oh,
Oh, he's
okay.
AFK. No, wait, no, he's not AFK. But he's still not sitting in his seat.
Oh, he's sitting in a seat now for me.
Not sitting in this on the fence again for me.
Yeah,
Thank you.
you're welcome.
But Munnerd is going to be getting a tech support error unknown, which is a $10.
I can fix an error.
The way you fix your own computer, I don't know if that's
Yeah.
true.
All right, closing the final game key giveaway, picking the winner, and Knight Rider. Knight Rider, you're going to get a copy of Deepest Chamber Resurrection, which is a $13 game currently on sale for 55% off for $5.84. But enjoy that, and we are going to wrap things up here. We'll be back with more tomorrow right here on NBNN. Till then, I'm Laz.
I'm Jack.
And I'm Steve, killed by Pithlet whilst I was typing Bundle Me.
Oh,
And this is NBNN. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you all tomorrow.
bye-bye.